looked at you like, what is happening right now?
That, and then also dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Dogs are very.
But if she speaks in Spanish to them, they react differently. It's true, and it's real weird.
Sí, yo puedo hablar español porque yo soy de España.
And this is what the dog does. All right, so we're from Fairy Tale. She's
Okay, I'm Erza.
I'm Mirajane.
And I'm drunk, Cana. We're just going to do a Q&A to make our lives easier, so you can just, everyone's lives, not just ours, although also just ours. Just line up in the middle, there's a microphone, and you can talk into it.
Microphone?
Microphone.
There's my sister.
There we go.
Say hi, sister. No, it really is my sister.
In the back.
Not Lasana, like my sister Natalie.
Does she have a naturally high voice too?
Kind of not as high as mine. Natalie, say something. Hi.
It's close, yeah.
We're both very klutzy. That helps. Alright, hi.
I have a question for Colleen.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, at other conventions you found out what's been happening recently at One Piece, but I just...
We're going straight for One Piece.
Fairy Tale panel. First question, One Piece.
I know a little bit that's going to happen in One Piece, but not much. Mike tries to keep us as ignorant as possible, although he did just spoil something for me that was huge. But we can't even talk about it, you and I, because then we would be spoiling it for everybody else. So you're going to have to come to the booth again. Yeah.
Spoiler, everybody dies. Very Shakespeare.
I got a question for Erza.
Colleen is her name. We didn't really do that part.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, right. Colleen, Monica, Jami.
Right. How does it feel like in Fairy Tale that you're like a most powerful swordswoman in Fairy Tale?
Feels like I can kick both of their butts. Although, according to the creator, not so much.
Yeah, according to the creator, I can kick your butt.
I would like to see that happen.
According to my creator, I don't care. Because I'm drunk.
No, I will say that it is kind of odd how much you end up caring. Like, if I started to see Tyler Walker's the director, and he would put up as a screensaver the people who would have us fight each other and how they were winning, like the little tree that tells you, okay, and then Erza fights him, and then it goes up to the final winner. And I would always get really excited when I beat really strong people, and then whenever Erza gets beaten, it would kind of piss me off a little bit.
Including Natsu, son? Including Natsu?
It will never be Natsu.
It's true, you do get kind of attached.
You do! Like, my character's badass, and I appreciate that.
Alright.
Even somebody was complimenting to me today and said that I was their favorite, and Colleen was like, what? It was a really funny moment.
I just thought it was inaccurate.
It probably was.
All right, Colleen, another question for you.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, with what seems to be your endless, vast variety of armors and weapons, utilities, so on and so forth.
That is known as awesome.
If you could have one of those sets, what would it be?
The one that makes me most clothed. So I think that's actually like the main. Oh, you ruined everything. You ruined everybody's life.
Is that I can't have nice things.
Good. Okay. The one that she wears most of the time is probably the one that covers the most of her, which I feel like is what you're going for with armor. That one.
Thank you.
Whether fighting or hanging out around the house.
Hello.
Hi.
My question is, so the dubbed version only goes so far in the story, and I'm wondering if you guys like to read or watch ahead to find out what happens next.
Well, we've actually finished. Like, we're all caught up right now. I'm sure eventually, if we wanted to, we could read ahead, but I think we've been working on this for 5 years straight.
Yeah.
So we kind of want a break. Just a little bitty break to go, hey, let me concentrate on some of these other things I've been working on for a while, and then we'll go back and maybe read ahead. But right now, I think we're all like, holy crap, we get some time off? Like, I know Todd Habercorn is like, oh my god, I can talk again. So it's nice to have a little bit of a break, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind reading ahead, because I want to know.
Yeah, the manga's further than the anime.
Yeah.
Which is, what you mean. Yes, so.
Substantially.
Right.
No. Well, to be honest, actually, we all are on the same page with this one. Last year, thank you, Broadcast Dubs. We're so glad you could watch them. They tried to kill us. And so last year, just working on our things alone, we were spending 70 plus hours a week. So then like, hey, do you want to read the fairy tale manga? No. I'm pretty sure I got drunk.
It's like when you work, I tell people, like when you are adapting or directing or doing all of these different things in this one medium, it's kind of like if you work at a pizza parlor and you make pizzas all day long, and even though pizza is the most glorious food on the face of the earth, right? But if you work at a pizza parlor all day, the last thing you want to eat at the end of the day is more pizza. It's like, I just want a donut, just one donut. So that's kind of how I attribute it. Is, you know, we're all so busy, so it's nice to right?
Thank you.
I do like it when fans come and tell me things.
Yeah, me too. I do.
Woohoo!
What's your favorite fairy tale opening or ending?
I don't know that I've ever sat and listened to any of the full songs. How is that possible?
I wrote it for 4 years, and I don't think I've ever.
I guess that sounds kind of unappreciative, I think, probably ungrateful of us, but it's one of those things where while you're making it, like your job is to do such specific parts of it that you just fast forward to those parts.
Yeah.
So even as a director, I never sit and really listen to the song because I need to get to the next part and listen to the rest of it. So I don't know. What's your favorite?
That's hard.
See, it's hard.
See, now why ask us a question that's hard for yourself? That's not fair.
I will say the music is beautiful, and there's nothing better than like when you're having one of those scenes where the whole guild is trying to come together, and you've got that Celtic music.
It's always so Celtic.
Oh, awesome! It's like
I do jam.
Yeah.
You can't not jam.
Yeah, while you're recording.
The opening and closings, I didn't even know they were different. No clue.
We're disappointing everybody.
I know. We're sorry.
Also, I have something to give you guys.
Oh, is it a pony?
What is it?
Oh my God.
The way to our heart.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Chocolate and coffee.
Thank you
So when you
so
guys
much.
see us later on in the line, and we're like,
Blame her.
Come back in an hour and we'll be like. Okay. Sorry.
This one's for all three of you guys. Other than fairy tale, what's your favorite voice acting role?
Depends on the day and the moment and the hour and the second.
Really does.
Right now, I'm a really big fan of Junko Enoshima from whatever. From
I didn't even hear it.
From
What did you say?
Danganronpa.
Junko.
From Danganronpa, and then dark-haired woman from Death Parade. Those are the top. And Panty, of course.
I always say that I can't pick one because it's like picking your favorite child, and I have like 400 children.
But you do have like
busy.
a favorite, like 30 to 50.
Some of those are juvenile delinquents, let's be honest.
Some of them are, and some of them are a little too perfect for their own good. But I would say right now the one I'm most excited about is actually one that I was able to announce right before I got here, and I'm playing Suyu in My Hero Academia. And I'm super excited because the whole internet was like, I think Monica Rial, I didn't even think I could do that. And I auditioned for it, and this weird voice came out. Even Colleen was like, I've never heard that out of you. And I'm like, yay. Internet college is
I'm excited to find out more about her, my character.
Yeah.
Fun show, My Hero Academia.
I'm sure that'll be next week.
What's your favorite other than Erza?
Luffy. I like Luffy in One Piece. I've just been with him for so long. It's been such a long time that I've been voicing him. So after a while, you develop a relationship, and either that relationship is going to be sour or that relationship is going to be awesome. And in our case, we're pretty tight.
I just had a weird visual image. You and Luffy like
Hanging out.
Hanging out, and I can't
He
even.
would hate me. Actually, he would have. Yeah, I would hate him.
You would
He
hate
would
me
not
so
hate me.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I have a question for Monica.
yes.
What would you think is the everyday life in the Strauss family home
Oh Lord.
with you and Elfman and Mirajane?
I would say it's probably Elfman knocking things over because he's so big and clumsy, and Lasana constantly having to clean up after him and getting very upset, and me kind of trying to keep everybody in a row. Like, hey, Elfman, slow your roll. Sit down. Watch some television. How about we don't like not anything? Actually, I should do it in the voice. Just sit down and let's not freak out, okay? Everything's fine. Lasana, stop crying. It's okay. I know that he breaks things and he's a big, lovable buffoon, so just put everything back and I'll fix it later. Okay, Elfman, seriously, sit down. Yeah, it would be a lot of that, I think. Until she finally gets to like the last straw and then just saving soul, and then that's all.
So kind of like
Yeah.
Monica's home.
Kind of exactly like Monica.
Ron, sit down. Don't touch that. Yeah.
What can we do? What can we do?
This question's for all three of you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
It wants to be that height.
There you go.
Oh, look at you. Oh.
If you guys were all in a different guild and you were friends with Fairy Tale and you had to fight them, how would you go on Natsu and Windy?
Wait, say
How
that
would
one
we
more
defeat
time.
Like if you
How
were
would we
still,
go?
if you were in a different guild and you had to fight Natsu and Windy and they were your best friends, how would you fight them?
But they wouldn't be your best friends if they were
This
in
is
a
a
different
complicated question.
But like,
Okay,
no,
so I'm best friends with Natsu and Wendy because we were friends like back in the day.
You're friends with
Wait,
all of them.
I have a story.
You're friends with all of them, but if you had to fight all three Dragon Slayers, or four because you have Loxus in there, how would you try and fight them?
Offer Erza strawberry cake, and she would beat them for me.
Become a dragon?
Are you talking about? Well, no, because they're Dragon Slayers.
Yeah, but I'd be like a more powerful dragon.
Are we our characters or are we us?
You go, not your characters.
Oh, me.
Yeah, totally dragon.
Defeating. Okay. Dragon. Yeah. I think Wendy would be pretty easy. I would just steal Carla and stick her in a box somewhere.
If you ever want your cat back.
I was planning on
Then with Natsu, I would just keep throwing water at him so that he couldn't really do anything. And then with Loxus, all you have to do is, because he's got a really big ego, so all you have to be is like, hey guy, you're not cute. And you're really not all that powerful. And then he'd cry and run off like a little baby. And then with Gajil, all I'd have to do is go,
Hey, Gajil. I like all those piercings. What you doing later?
and then I'd be like, ha I got you all.
What about you, Erza?
Huh?
What about you, Erza?
No! That was the perfect answer.
Yeah, well, you gotta tell me something different.
Plus, I already said I would make friends with Erza because you said it was me, right? It's me. Erza and I would be really close friends. Get behind me here. Erza and I would be really tight.
And then we'd be like, you guys cannot hang out together.
Yeah, they wouldn't invite me to any parties. But I would just make friends with Erza, and then she would beat them all for me because, let's be honest, she can beat them all, and Jamie can come with me. Let's be honest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good question.
Terrifying question.
Out of all the OTPs, who's your favorite OTP on Fairy
Do
Tale?
you guys know what an OTP is?
Yes.
Okay, good. Making sure.
During the hallway!
They don't know. What? Sorry.
For those who don't
It's
know.
the one true pairing, which is like your one major ship in a relationship.
Raise your hand if you didn't know that. You know what crowd
Thank
you're
you,
in.
thank you.
There's like 10 of them. They don't
Like
You do count.
our characters are
No,
with.
with any judge in the
Anyone.
field.
Oh, Nalu, of course. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, they just need to just make it happen. I know my poor little sister, but just make it happen.
I think not doing great would be a good.
Yeah. What would you call that, Nagra?
Sorry, bro.
Nay. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Cana and her beer barrel.
Thank you.
Hey!
That's
We
adorable.
can just take it off if you
I
want.
want to sit
Would you
here
like a
all day
chair?
and watch this happen.
Perfect.
If you what?
You're hired.
What character do you think you would be most like other than your character?
Oh, a character.
Because I'm feeling a lot like Erza.
She's a lot like Erza.
I don't want to say I'm a lot like Cana.
We're all a lot like our characters.
I'm just now seeing this.
I don't want to say.
Wow.
Gosh,
I can't lift a barrel.
that's all you got? I can't lift a barrel?
I can't.
Master Baccarat.
I don't walk around in a bra
That's who you
in public.
Sure, that's who you want to hang out with.
Not hang out with. Who you're most similar to.
Most similar. Oh, I don't know.
I definitely don't know.
Who you're most similar to?
Yeah, because I know like 5. Because I go in for my little time and I don't see everybody.
Okay, so who do we think Jami would be most?
Yeah, there you go. Do that. Answer for me.
Does it have to be in the Fairy Tale Guild?
Yeah, what are the rules?
This could take some time.
I guess just any character.
Any character?
Ooh, maybe Jenny.
Oh, Carla.
Oh, Carla, I can see that. I can see Carla.
Carla. Does she drink?
Maybe we mix Carla and Cana.
Like they ran into each other real hard? No?
No.
All right, sure. Carla.
I think that I might be. I don't think there's another character that I can relate to other than Mirajane.
And
Yeah.
Erza is perfect for me, and Cana is perfect for her. I think we're just perfectly suited for our characters.
I know. I don't know if it started off that way, like if we became more and more like those characters in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Or not.
Ooh,
That's a good question.
what sorcery was this?
I know. That was a great question. That's
Yeah.
going to bother us all night.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
It actually told us a little more about ourselves than we wanted to know.
Thank you. I love you're fascinated. I'm so
Yeah.
fascinated I dropped my cap.
Okay, this question's for Monica. What do you think when Mirajane turns into her she-demon form and she's all like crazy?
I love it. That there's a side of me that hopefully none of you all will ever have to see. I am Hispanic.
That's the side of you.
No. I have a very fiery temper. I like to keep it under wraps. But I feel Mirajane, like I understand being that, and especially that whole turning point, that whole scene, like you can see it on YouTube. It's called "Don't Make Mirajane Angry." Pretty much. But it was fun because I adapted the script, so I knew what was coming before I went into the studio. So what I did is every time somebody cut me off in traffic, every time somebody did something mean or angry or spiteful, I would just hold it in until finally I was like this boiling pot of just anger and hatred on the inside. And I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. And then I went in that day to record, and I will never forget, Tyler's like, well, let's just do a take where you mark it, which means you just kind of do the screams, but not fully, so you get the timing down. I was like, okay. Knowing full well I was not going to mark it. So I told Kyle, I was like, hey, you might want to, our engineer, I was like, you might want to watch this just in case I get a little loud while I'm marking. He was like, okay. And yeah, as soon as she did that scream, it was just me. And just constant. She goes on forever. And it felt so good.
It's the best therapy.
Oh my God, I got it all out. And then the director and the engineer looked at me, and I was like, so do you want me to do it again? And they're like, I was like, you guys have never seen my temper, but now you get a little taste. They're like, yeah, I love it.
Good luck, Ron.
And I love that she has different, like we get to see different sides of that as well. And it's always protecting her family, which, how sweet is that? Like, she always does it for the right reasons. It's not like she's like, hey, let me become a demon. She's like, you know, hey, you hurt my family, you hurt my friends, I'm gonna become a demon and probably kill you.
That is so you.
Just tell you no a lot. No. Thank you. Hi.
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay, just say this. I love fairy tale girls. You're my favorite. Love you, comedy.
You know, whatever.
That is as it should be.
Okay, so I have a question for Monica. Okay, so I've seen you in a lot of other things, and you have so much range. How do you manage to keep everything straight?
Right? Sometimes I ask myself that. I tell people, okay, this is a kind of a dated reference, but has anybody ever heard of a movie called Sybil? Okay, with Sally Fields. It's about a lady that has like a bunch of personalities. It's a lady with split personality disorder, and they all kind of are in her head. And sometimes I feel very much like Sally Fields, in that I feel like, it's gonna sound really strange, but there are 400 different people kind of living inside of me. And at any given time, I have to be able to like, roll call, hey you, come forward again, it's your time. And they have to go, okay, yeah. So it's kind of hard, but also we have what are called reference tracks. So like on a show like Fairy Tale, where you've been working on it forever, and you might not remember exactly what you sounded like, they'll play you a line and go, hey, there you go. So that helps. But other than that, I really honestly don't know what to tell you, other than there's a lot of crazy up in here. And I try to keep it as restrained as possible. But yeah, I don't know. I can't even tell you what I ate for breakfast, but I can tell you what I've worked on in the last 17 years. Like, that's my weird Rain Man capability. Like, I mean, I seriously cannot tell you what I had for breakfast. Cereal maybe? But I can tell you, like, the last 17 years of shows and voices that I've done, which is nutty. But thank you. Hi.
Hi. Okay, so I'm going to involve y'all.
Okay.
If y'all could do any other character except for the one you're doing now, which one would they be?
If we could voice any other one?
Yeah.
In Fairy Tale or just in general?
In general.
Oh.
Does it have to be something that's going on right now?
Doesn't have to.
It could be something that existed in the past.
Yes.
She-Ra.
She-Ra.
Oh, wait, Bart Simpson.
Yeah. Oh,
Because money.
She was here though, and I thought of you.
I'm sorry, what?
She-Ra. There's a She-Ra and a He-Man walking around.
Oh, I think with the voice.
There's a She-Ra t-shirt too, and I thought of you.
I like She-Ra a lot.
Yeah, Bart Simpson, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
And I mean, I'd probably be Lisa.
Yeah, I would
thanks.
rather be Lisa.
But
What if you could be Marge?
No, that hurts. I can't talk like I can't even do it. Oh God, there's so many. Could I be Princess Peach?
Yeah.
I know she's not an anime character, but she's
just killed.
I want to be, or Snow White. I would love to be Snow White. That'd be awesome.
Okay, so mine's a tie between all of like the Disney princesses or all of the Disney villains.
Erza would have been fun, huh?
Right? Or Maleficent.
Oh,
She
man.
turns into a dragon. There's a theme now. Yeah, so that, I mean, that would really, that would be my jam. Or, no, Animaniacs.
Ooh, Animaniacs is good. Yeah.
Thank you for agreeing with my random decision.
Thank you.
Thank you, good question. Deaf.
Hi.
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 Pretty much met all of you, just letting you know that. My question is for all of you. Which is your favorite episode that you've ever done in any of the anime characters that you've ever acted in?
Wow. Yeesh. That's big. Can
That
I
is
just
so
narrow it down to
specific.
fairy tale? I do fairy tale.
I think my brain just imploded.
Because, okay, let's just say on average we've each done, and this is a low average. We're just going by simple numbers. 200 characters, right? The minimum episode, that's 12 episodes per season, and let's say 100 of those have 5 seasons. That's a lot of episodes. And that takes a thing called math. Well, from what I hear. I'm not sure. I think it's called math. And that's not my forte.
I'm gonna say in fairy tale when I got to switch and be happy. That episode was fun.
That was, the Changeling episode was pretty awesome because I got to do Makarov. And I mean, I got to do my best R. Bruce impersonation, which was fun.
The daddy issues episode of fairy tale.
Yeah.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah. Thanks. Hi.
What's the favorite line you've said as any character?
Any character? I the word ever.
Oh God, I can't say any of them.
I know. Candy and Stocking comes to mind so often, and it's like, I can't say that right now.
Mine are inappropriate.
Mine's,
the memorable ones.
Yeah.
They're all inappropriate, even out of context.
Oh, here's one. It's not an actual line, but do you guys know Hitalia at all?
Yeah.
I'm the narrator.
Narrator.
The narrator for Hitalia, and I am the lead writer on the show. And there's some outtakes that it was during Lent that we recorded it, and I gave up swearing because at some point I have to get control of this situation. And so I'd given up swearing, and so all of my outtakes were made up things. I didn't realize that till I was at a panel, and the only thing I could get was the outtakes, and I'm the majority of them for the third and fourth season. And I get requested all the time to say, "Fudge a duck." So I can say that one.
Barely.
I guess for me, there was a line in Battle of Gods with Bulma that I really, really enjoyed because it was her birthday party and she was a little inebriated, which drunk Bulma is my favorite Bulma of all Bulmas. And she meets Beerus and Whis for the first time, and Vegeta kind of introduces him as his friends because he's like, I don't know what to do. I can't freak her out at her birthday, so they're my friends. And she turns around to the entire party and she goes, "Hey, you guys! Vegeta has friends!" And I loved it because Christopher Sabat was recording me and you could just see him go.
I actually wrote one down because I liked it so much. That's what I'm looking at here. I have a Luffy line. I don't even know if it's come out yet. I hate to break it to you, but I don't think cooties are real, and the fat thing is hard to explain, so let's just say that, all guys turn fat. The Amazon Lily arc, and I really liked that.
I'm looking. I feel like there's one. Oh, I can't say that.
You'll have to come by Jamie's booth later and she will give you her favorite lines.
I can even talk about it.
Oh God, there's so many good ones from that show. We can't talk about it. Yeah, sorry.
No.
It made me so happy. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say I'm a big fan of Fairy Tail. I'm actually still trying to catch up. During all that time. But I've been a fan of other animes that y'all are in. I liked you as Monkey and Luffy.
Thanks.
And yours. And I loved you playing Clue in Rave Master.
Oh, I wasn't in Rave Master. I'm Clue in Fairy Tail.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. I've been in like 400 other things though.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen me somewhere else.
Flower Rock Man.
And
Jerry from you, I'm sure.
that was my favorite. I just wanted to say that. Can y'all want to do the voices for Fairy Tale one more time?
Oh, sure. Hi, I'm Cana, and I sound just like this. Hi, I'm Cana, and I sound just like this.
And I'm Monica Rial, and I play Mirajane, and she sounds very sweet and awesome until you made her angry.
And Erza sounds like, not so Gray, stop fighting him. Gray, put on some clothes! That's a little lower than Erza usually
We're
is.
trying to have a drinking contest with the master.
Eat this. Hi.
Hi, you look like a rebel. For me? I gotta get y'all. And earlier. Thank you. It's panty, not a drawing of panties. I just wanted to clarify.
My question for you guys is, if your characters met, your fairy tale characters met one of your other characters you voice, which ones would get along and which ones would hate each other?
Urza and Luffy would hate each other. Well, Urza would hate Luffy.
Oh, God.
Urza and Riza would like each other.
Yes.
Hey, mine was easy.
Erza and Riza would like each other.
They would like each other.
Kana and Pandy would be like BFFs. And then Junko would hate everyone.
I don't even know. Who would Mirajane like? I mean, I have a feeling that May Rin would get on her nerves, and she'd end up going Satan Soul on her. Oh, she would like Lumiere. You're right. Lumiere from Kitty Grade and Mirajane would probably get along very well. They're both very even-tempered and very into manners and the way
managing people.
And managing people, yes, that's right. Thanks. Hi.
I've been studying my Monica Rial.
Sorry, I'm really nervous.
Tell me, you look adorable.
So where are your guild tattoos? I mean, if you have tattoos that
Did you see the video of Todd getting his?
No.
Oh, you should. That's why we don't have one.
But if you could get one.
It turns out it doesn't tickle.
If you had to, well, I had to get one, I would get one like Mirajane's, but the thing is that it's way up on her thigh, which no, I'm not showing you. And two, it's also white, and I am the palest person, quite possibly, on the face of the earth, so why would I want to go pay money just to get a scar that nobody can really see? Right. So, yeah, I haven't done it. What about you? What kind would you get and where?
What kind of?
Well, I mean, fairy tale, but where would you get it?
It would be small. Maybe behind my ear here. Underneath my big toe.
Thank you, hon. Hi.
Do any of you know how many suits of armor Erza has?
Infinity.
67.5. And 2 bits. For all you.
Hi.
This is for Monica and Colleen. What is your favorite fight as your characters in Fairy Tale?
Ooh, when I fought myself.
That was pretty rad.
Urza Scarlet and Urza Nightwalker fight.
Yeah, that was actually.
I think my favorite one was probably Freed, because that's when the whole thing came about. Like, that's the first time we actually got to see that side of her. And I also like that she beat the crap out of him, and then she's like, but you know, we can still be friends, and together, we should come together, and you should be a part of the fairy tale. Like, she was so nice about it. I'm like, no, just stick your heel in his face and walk off. And instead she's like, but we can still be friends. I'm like, ah! Monica really wanted to just like yell at him, just destroy him. But she was like, ah.
She would have killed him with fire.
Yeah. Hi, Erza. Meet Erza. Ah.
Is it awkward for anyone?
We met earlier. We made our peace with it.
Okay.
What was the most emotional episode, do you think, that you guys had to do?
Daddy issues.
Mine's that same one with the first transformation and the battle was freed and all the stuff with Lisana and oh my god. Drama!
Yeah. Probably Urza's backstory, the death that I'm not going to name. There's a person.
Sad children.
A sad children episode.
Hi.
I was wondering, when you start a project and you're creating a voice for a character, what resources do you have at your disposal, and how much do you use all these resources whenever you're trying to figure out like how this character should sound?
Jami, you have to start.
Well, as far as, you know, the resources, you can watch ahead of time. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It depends on the actor and what they want to do. A lot of times I don't like to watch it ahead of time because, you know, it's this self-existing anime. It's not the manga, it's the anime. It's not, you know what I mean? And so the director really is the one that determines a lot of the direction different things go. So you really work one-on-one with the director to come up with a voice that they like. Eventually, it's just like, do this kind of voice, and then you do it. No, because we've been around so long. I'm going to sneeze, so someone else take over.
So yeah, basically when we audition, we literally only have like a picture of the character and then a few lines, so you don't really get to hear unless you've done research and kind of looked it up online to kind of hear the Japanese voice, or whatever. So it's the director's job to kind of lead you into what they want you to sound. And so sometimes it hurts you to actually do research because they might have a different idea for that character than what you've created. So I think a lot of us have found that it's not great to do research a lot of times until after you've got that character and you understand what the director wants to do. That, okay.
Also, when y'all are doing lines, specific lines, y'all have like a script that has context, like this is what's going on right now, and so this is the mood you need to be.
That's the director's job. The director's job is to watch the entire show, or at least as much as they can, and know everything that's happening. Because we literally go in and do our like little bits, and if you only have one line in an entire episode, then you have no idea what's happened. So that's their job to go, okay, to fill you in on what's going on, and blah, 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 and then you read the line and they go, no, remember, this is happening, blah, 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 and then you read it again, and you're like, yes, good. No problem.
It's like thinking about all the different ways you can say seriously. So, you know, is it seriously? Is it seriously? Is it seriously? You know, like, that's what the director tells you. That's how you know it's that one.
Yes. Ah.
What is your NOTP?
I don't know what that is.
I know the last three.
Do not ship at all.
Ooh, when you don't ship.
Oh,
I learned a new word.
What does it stand for?
Like not one true pairing.
Not
like a pairing that people put together that I'm like, stop it?
Yes.
Okay, somebody's gonna be mad at me. Or Erza and Gray. You guys, it's Jalal. Stop it. They belong together.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't ruin it.
I think it would be awful for anyone to ever pair Gildarts and Cana, so I'm going to say that. That's wrong. It's twisted and it's wrong.
I used to think...
Wrong daddy issues.
I didn't even know what shipping was. Like, I was like, why is everybody so excited about FedEx and UPS? What is happening?
When shipping came out too, it was right after Hitalia, like when the shipping was huge. And I was like, are we like sending the countries to other countries? I don't understand.
So I had to educate myself as to what that was. And then Tyler Walker was like, hey, you should look up some of these ships. One of them is Meraxis. And I was like, okay, so my dumbass went home and typed Meraxis into the computer, and holy crap, you guys have dirty, dirty minds. I do not suggest it. However, I will say, as the show has gone on, I've seen more of Mirajane and Loxus, because at that point, I had never even seen them talk to one another. Now I'm kind of pro Meraxis and less Mirajane Freed, because Freed really just loves Loxus, so just cut out the middleman there, like really.
What do you think would happen if your character ended up in a series that you previously worked on? I don't honestly know what most of you, either of you two have done, but I'm a big fan of Colleen, and basically I'm wondering what would happen if Erza ended up in the Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, you went to Full Metal Alchemist. I went to One Piece. I was like, she could, bam, on the ship.
Yeah,
She
we're
could
totally
remember.
We're totally in Full Metal, just for the record. Yeah, we're in a lot of things together. But it's cool. I don't know what you do either.
Erza. Huh.
They get along.
They would get along really well, but I feel like she doesn't have a tragic enough life. You know what? That's not true. She had a tragic, like, backstory.
Not to, like, minimize her experience.
Right. No, it was truly tragic. But nowadays, like, her focus is on, let's be friends, and everybody else in Full Metal Alchemist is like, we've got things to do, you guys. We have worlds to save. So maybe she would fit in better there because all of her seriousness would have a purpose. Or maybe it would make her even more serious and she would just be annoying.
Are we talking Full Metal 1 or Brotherhood? Oh, okay. Well, Mirajane and Dante would probably, I would think that Mirajane would be like, oh, what a nice lady. Look at that lovely dress. It looks very much like the dress that I wear. And then she'd realize that she's a horrible person trying to kill the Elbert brothers, and she'd be like, no, Satan's soul. And then in Brotherhood, I think Mirajane would meet Mei Chang, and then it would be like the cutest conversation on the face of the earth, because it would be like, well, hello, little girl. My name's Mirajane. What's your name? My name's Mei Chang, and I do alchemy. Oh, that's so nice to hear. And it would just go on like that for eternity.
Okay, so going to Full Metal, if Cana was in the Full Metal world, is that what we're saying? I got confused. I would say for the first one, Rick, one of the Ishvalan boys, that Cana would just maybe not know how to handle that situation. Although I'd like
to get in well with the soldiers.
Yeah. That's two.
She go find
Brotherhood. Yeah, in Brotherhood though, like I'm Rebecca and Matt, and we get along really well and like put the town together. And then Cana would be like, I'll be your wingman, and then Rebecca would be like, totally cool. But then they'd go and it would do the reverse thing, and then they might have issues after that.
Ooh, can Erza like adopt Rose as her sister and like help her through all of her tragedy? Because Erza kind of got her stuff together better than Rose did.
Good save, good save.
So maybe she can help Rose.
Life pretty much cracked on Rose.
Yeah, it did, but it did on Erza too, and we swing back. So I think maybe she can help Rose out.
I like it.
So there you go.
Okay, this is going to be our last question.
Oh, okay.
Make it easy, you guys.
So in one of the episodes of Fairy Tale, when they're doing I believe it's to see who's the top guild, how did you feel when Cana like got destroyed by drinking?
Oh my gosh, that was such a fun scene.
It really was.
Yeah.
Is
that the way where she's in like the alleyway, like passed out?
I believe so, yeah. She was just passed out on the table. And everyone kind of, even when you played Erza and Mirajane, they all were like, what happened here?
Yeah.
Like,
intense.
I mean, I felt very good about it. Because sometimes when you play a character, you look at that character and you're like, that could have been me. If I took the wrong turn, that could have been me. And it's never been me that I know of. So I felt, it was really fun to record. That I know of.
Thank you guys so much for coming to
Thank you.
see us. We have another panel tomorrow at 1.
Tomorrow at 1.
And we're headed down to sign right now. So
Yeah, we are.
Go
Yeah.
follow us. We can fake the coolest conga line, you guys.
Yeah, totally. And I have a panel tonight at 6 that I will probably not be as censored.